So students, welcome back to S.R.Tutorial. So in my last video I have explained regarding PV ratio. Okay, so now in this class I am going to explain you PV ratio more elaborately. Okay, so see here, if 10 units of pen sold at rupees 10 per unit, then what will be the sales revenue? It is 10 into 10 equals to rupees 100. Okay, now if variable cost is rupees 40, okay, in producing this 10 units, then contribution margin will be 100 minus 40, that is sales revenue minus variable cost. So it is rupees 60. So now what will be the PV ratio? It is contribution margin divided by sales revenue into 100, okay, which is equals to 60%. So now if fixed cost is rupees 30, then after meeting the fixed cost, what portion of profit remains to meet the expenses incurred in bringing the product or service into the market? So after meeting the fixed cost, okay, whatever remains, that is the portion of profit, okay, available to the business, okay, to meet the expenses, okay, incurred in bringing the product or service into the market. Now there is a line, okay, where I have written that if PV ratio is high, then profit is more, and if PV ratio is less, then profit is less. So here you see, okay, when the PV ratio is 60%, okay, then here profit is rupees 30. Okay, now if variable cost is rupees 60 and contribution margin is 100 minus 60 equals to rupees 40, then PV ratio is 40 divided by 100 into 100, that is 40%. So if PV ratio is less, here you see profit is less, because total cost equals to variable cost plus fixed cost. Here variable cost is how much? 60, and fixed cost, okay, which remains same in both the cases, is rupees 30. So 60 plus 30 is 90. So and 100 is the sales revenue. So 100 minus 90, it is rupees 10. Okay, so profit is rupees 10. So when PV ratio is less, profit is also less. When PV ratio is more, that is 60%, profit is high, that is rupees 30. Okay, so here from this line, okay, these two examples I have given to explain this line, okay, about PV ratio. Okay, so you have understood PV ratio is nothing but after meeting the variable cost and the fixed cost, whatever remains is the amount of profit margin for the business. So PV ratio is calculated to determine the profit. If the PV ratio is high, profit is more. If the PV ratio is less, profit is also less. Okay, so I hope you have explained, I hope you have understood whatever I have explained you now. Okay, so if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.